Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Jen Carsonson. I'm a realtor in Memphis and sell about 100 houses a year, so follow along with me for a day in the life of what I do every day to get to 100. Today's topic is repairs. Lord help me, repairs. Okay. For the majority of my career, I represent sellers. I do represent buyers, but for the most part, sellers. I have been successful for the most part of my career at getting buyers to agree to money in lieu of repairs. Money in lieu of repairs. What does that mean? It means that if the buyer asks for things done and the seller doesn't want to do them, the seller can get estimates and say, hey buyer, I don't want to do this, but I'll give you X number of dollars to cover the cost of you doing it yourself after closing. Why would I do that? A, it cuts through all the BS over, you didn't do the repair properly. Cuts through that. It cuts down on time. So we don't have to delay closing because of weather, because of contractors not showing up, or because they do a crap job and the seller knows they did a crap job and now they got to deal with it and everybody's closing has to be pushed and the whole thing becomes a nightmare. It has been traditionally my standard of practice to say to sellers, we're just going to offer money in lieu of. It's so much easier. And 90% of the time, I'd say the buyer agent's like, that's totally fine. I get it. Let's do it that way. However, recently, we have gone through a string of buyers who are like, nope, want them done. Nope, want them done. And I'm not talking about like 3 or 4 things. I'm talking like 16 things. I'm talking like $11,000 worth of stuff. I'm talking about maybe $3,000 worth of stuff, but the buyer's like, nope, I want them done. I mean, I've had deals almost fall apart because the seller's like, I'm not fixing this house for the buyer to come back on the final walkthrough and be like, it's not done to my satisfaction. And it would happen. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And I know that it would happen because I'm going to sneeze again. Why, when I'm getting like worked up about something, do I sneeze? Does that happen to you guys? I'm getting all worked up about it, and then I gotta sneeze. It happens every single day. Anyway, I want to know what happens in your market. Are you guys seeing buyers still agreeable to money in lieu of, or are you seeing this trend of buyers that are like, nope, want it done? Also, are you seeing a trend of buyers who also want magically like cosmetic items, like replace the flooring? No. Another thing we're finding is that inspections want to keep happening after the inspection period. So in Tennessee, because every contract's different, in Tennessee we have an inspection period, which is X number of days. Then at the delivery of the repair proposal by the buyer, that begins the resolution period. The two are not the same, which means when you have completed any and all inspections during your inspection period and your hiney sends us a repair proposal, that means inspections are done, homie. Inspections are done. No mass inspections. That means we begin the repair resolution period, which is also like X number of days. And the repair resolution is where we determine whether or not we're going to do all of those things or not, and then we negotiate. So it's like, I won't do 12 things, I'll do 6 things. I'll do money in lieu of for 4 things, and I'll do 7 things. Whatever that is. We have had a string of people, licensed realtors, who don't really understand that the ending of the inspection period means the ending of inspections. So when the seller says, I'm only going to do, the repair proposal shows up, and I go over it with my sellers, and I go, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, that's what I would do. What would you want to do? When I send the proposal back to the buyer's agent, that is not the time for you, sir or ma'am, to be like, we need to get back out there and do more estimates. No, that's not the time. You got to read the contract. In Tennessee, it's very clear. You get them all done in the inspection period. Then you don't say, well, let's send this over to the seller and see what they say. And then if they don't do everything, we want to delay it a week by getting all kinds of estimates. No, that's not when it is. You extend the period so that you can get any and all inspections done. That's how that works. How's it work in your area? The fire trucks are coming, so I'm going to stop this video.